Namaste. I'm Dr. Venkata Chaganti, President, University of Applied Vedic Sciences. Today we'll talk about cow's milk. Let me show you a video in YouTube. So this lady speaks nicely about why not to drink cow milk. We should not drink cow milk. That's what she says is.
Where do I get my calcium from? The most original source of calcium comes from the earth grass. But then why do we say that milk has calcium? It has calcium, no doubt. Because when the grass grows, it pulls all this calcium from the ground and puts it in the grass. What is the cow feed on the grass? So it eats grass all day and the calcium goes from the ground to the grass, to the cow, to our milk. And then we drink that milk and the calcium is transferred to us. So just get it directly. We can just get it directly. We don't have to eat grass, but if we just simply start eating plant-based foods that grow on the ground, all plant-based foods have calcium. We don't need milk. There are certain plant-based foods which have more calcium. For example, sesame seeds, which is made by just soaking 2 tablespoons of sesame seeds in water, blending it with water the next day, and that's it. That gives you as much calcium than a glass of cow's milk would.
This is what she says, that you need not to consume cow's milk. You can take sesame seeds and then, soak it in water throughout the night, and early morning you put in the mixie and you get a lot of milk, and that milk is sesame seed milk that contains a lot of calcium. Yes, undoubtedly. Sesame seeds have 975 milligrams of calcium for every 100 grams of sesame seeds. Milligrams I'm talking about, but that's more than enough for us. So we require about 1000 milligrams, let's say. So that's what it is. Then how much does cow milk contain? It contains hardly 100 milligrams or 125 milligrams. When compared to 975 milligrams, 125 milligrams is very less. So this is what is generally told. The problem with this is what we are not understanding and what that lady is not understanding, and she is preaching. The problem with her preaching is too much. That is, let me show you another. So this is about your milk 101 nutrition facts and health effects. So which you can get it anywhere. You can get it from any website. You'll get almost same details. Calories and everything. Proteins 8.14 grams. Good. Sugars 12 grams. Good. Fat 8 grams. Good. But water is 88%. So what you're drinking is water in essential. Okay, fine. Then what happens here is this has insoluble milk proteins are called casein. Soluble milk proteins are known as the whey proteins. So what for do you require this casein? Casein forms majority or 80% of proteins in milk. It is really a family of different proteins with alpha casein being the most abundant. One important property of casein is the ability to increase the absorption of minerals such as calcium and phosphorus. So you require calcium for the body, but how to put it into the body? This casein is the one which does it, which our sesame seeds don't have. But still we have very good calcium there. That's more than enough actually. But here, this is the point. The milk fat, we discussed about it, carbs, everything. But now, this vitamin B12, this is very important. Foods of mammal origin are the only rich sources of its essential vitamin. Milk is very high in B12. Milk, yogurt, curd, buttermilk, butter, ghee, everything has this particular property. So, milk has B12. For all vegetarians, B12 we don't get from any plant food except from milk. So if you cannot drink milk, take yogurt or buttermilk or curd or ghee. These are very important. So our ancient people, that is from our Vedas, we know very clearly that milk is very essential for the growth of humans. Now, really, without milk, can't we exist? What is the purpose of milk more than this? Yes, B12 we don't have in any other vegetarian food, not even in sesame seeds. So we don't get B12 from anywhere except from milk. I will take sesame seeds and then I'll put some B12 tablets. That's okay for me. No, No supplements can be a real supplement. These supplements are not working. And apart from that, they're causing side problems. So better go for direct milk. And very important point of milk, I'm going to explain here, more than meat, milk is very good for health. Let me show you one more thing. You can see this Economics and Human Biology, Elsevier. It's a reputed journal. So contents list available at Science Direct. So from Science Direct, Economics and Human Biology, journal homepage is given here. Major correlates of male height, a study of 105 countries. So they have done a study of 105 countries and found which country has more height in males. So major correlates of male height. So who are tall, which people. So the purpose of this study is to explore the main correlates of male height in 105 countries in Europe and overseas, Asia, North Africa, and Oceania. Actual data on male height are compared with average consumption of 28 protein sources and 7 socio-economic indicators. So, in that particular, whatever is the proteins, from where are we getting? This comparison identified 3 fundamental types of diets based on rice, wheat, and milk, respectively. So, rice, wheat, both are vegetarian food. So, rice, wheat, and milk. So, this comparison identified 3 fundamental types of diets based on rice, wheat, and milk. So, what is the conclusion they got? Here in the conclusion, the first nutritional style is based on rice and is also characterized by very low consumption of protein and energy, that is between 162 and 168 centimeters height. And second one in Europe, so they'll not exceed 174 centimeters. The second one in the Muslim countries of North Africa and Near East is based on wheat, and the consumption of plant protein reaches the highest values in the world. The intake of total protein and total energy is relatively high, as well as the comparable with Europe. But the average height of young males is still rather short and does not exceed 174 centimeters. Okay. The third one is based on animal proteins, particularly those from dairy. Dairy means milk, cheese, butter, curd, buttermilk, ghee. The third one is based on animal proteins and is typically of northern central Europe. This region is characterized by the tallest statures in the world, greater than 180 centimeters, being matched only by the inhabitants of Western Balkans, in which we can presume extraordinary genetic predispositions. So, the most important thing that we have to understand is milk. Without milk, proteins are not available for vegetarians. So, they're available in sesame seeds, there are, but milk is a one which is essential for human growth. Otherwise, you'll not be growing tall. So you require to take milk regularly, morning and evening. Without cow's milk, your body will not be able to get the B12. So you must understand, if you cannot take milk, take curd. If you cannot take curd, take buttermilk. If these all are not possible, take cheese. If that's not good, then go for ghee. So ghee is available in throughout the world, and that ghee is very essential for development of the buddhi. So therefore, the brain. So you want to develop the brain, ghee is essential. So do not cut short dairy products. Please, if they're mixing some hormones or they're not properly rearing the animals, we have to fight for that. But you don't stop taking milk. That's very, very bad. So this lady, whoever explained that one, is so sophisticatedly explaining in a picture diagram and that way, this way, but facts are different. See the results, see the comments here. Plants grow in soil, which is essential for the growth. So we directly eat soil as it is the easiest and most costest method. It's a comment, sarcastic comment. Here you see how to become an online nutritionist. Step 1, sit in a lotus position, like what she's sitting. Step 2, get a mic. Step 3, Speak whatever garbage that comes to your mind. And another one, I consume very much dairy products like milk, curd, deshi ghee, and rabri, paneer, butter, lassi, tea, and many milk made things. I feel very energetic after consuming all this. I have not faced any problem. So, this is how the comments are on her. So, we have to understand that everything, because they put it in a stylish manner and a very nice approach and propagate it very properly, they are able to get a lot of attention. But fact is, cow milk is essential. Take sesame seeds. Sesame seeds, we make sweets out of sesame seeds that you eat, that we absorb very well in the body, and that gives you calcium. So sesame seeds, if we take, as she explained, grind it and then milk it, and then that milk you drink, the taste is so bitter. You cannot have sesame seed sweet. So you have to mix sugar in that. Whereas cow milk, you can drink as is. Once you boil it, cool it, drink it. Or you can mix some herbs in that and drink very nicely. So therefore, cow milk is essential. Do not ignore. Humans are born and take their mother's milk. So they start with milk. Milk is essential for human body. Otherwise, God should have not created this way our bodies. So please do not stop taking milk. Thank you. Oh.